What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl wants to talk about all the products that are currently in my collection that I have pan in. This is my year of not purchasing makeup with the Oopsie Daisy month, which is currently this month, and basically I have been really getting through some products. I mean, between my skincare and my actual makeup products, I have been getting through some, and I'm just happy about that. But I also think it's interesting to point out the products that I have been using so much that I actually have pan in, whether I've got the pan prior to 2020 or if I got them this year. So it's not that many products, but for somebody who has such a big collection as I do, I think this is quite a big collection of panned products, and we're just gonna go ahead and start with it. So we're gonna get the boring products kind of out of the way. I have 3 brow products that I have pan in, and I have them in all 3. So the first one is a brow pomade by Christiana Cosmetics, and this is in medium brown. Let's put the autofocus on. Come on sis, I know you can do it. You got this. There we go. So as you can see, I have hit pan in 2 different parts of this brow pomade. Yep, let's go back to me. Good job. I haven't used this in a while, I won't lie, but that's because I'm focusing on getting through another brow product right now. But I will go back to this and hopefully finish this up. I actually like this brow pomade. This is my very first brow pomade. But I just kind of, this gives me bold brows, whereas my brow powder gives me kind of a softer brow look, depending on how I set my actual brow hairs. So then the other brow product that I have pan in is my Brow Gal bar thing. I have it in this dark shade right here. The actual pan is like the same shade as the powder, so it's hard to show on camera, but I do have pan in this product, and it's a good powder. I will never use this medium shade or this middle shade. It's too warm. My brows are not warm. My brows are definitely cool toned, so I like that this is kind of a one size fits all, because you can kind of create the perfect color for you and your brow hairs. But honestly, for me, I typically can use any brow powder, and just this dark one and this light one really worked for me. So good brow powder. Yeah. And then the other brow product that I have a pan in is my Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit in Ash Brown. Oh child, I've been posting that it's medium brown. Look at you and look at you. So as you can see, I have quite a bit of pan, and I actually have pan in all 3 products. Let's put on the autofocus. Come on, this is autofocus worthy. Come on sis, come on sis, come on, just a little bit more. There we go. So hopefully you guys can see that I have pan in all 3 products, in the dark brown shade, the middle shade, and even the wax. I've been using the wax because there was a period between where my old brow gel, I finished that, and between this new brow gel coming in that I did not have anything, so I decided to go ahead and use the wax that's in the product. I don't think it's a bad product. The only thing I don't like is that when I use it with my spoolie, and now my spoolie has this wax low-key like stuck in it, so that's the only bad thing. But otherwise, the 2 brow powders, phenomenal. And this kit is not very expensive. I want to say this kit is like maybe $3.99, $5.99, something like that. I think this is a really good kit, and either I'm going to declutter this, finish this, whatever, and then I will only use this kit, because I mean, it's enough. And I liked that I know how to use the wax, and so in the future, if I need to use the wax for whatever reason, I won't feel any type of way about it. I have 1 primer that I've hit pan in, well, 2 technically. So this one is my Tatcha the Silk Canvas. I'm gonna try and put autofocus on again and see if it'll work. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see that huge chunk of pan. This is a sample size that I got when this was super new, and I just kept it in my travel bag, and now I'm using it every day at home. I think this is a good product. It does sometimes bunch up on me, but that just depends on the amount of my skincare and the length of time between putting my skincare on and putting this on. That's kind of when this will bunch up. So good product. Will I repurchase this? Probably not. I think I just prefer more of a liquid product that's coming out of a pump or coming out of a tube. Having to put my hand in this, it's just not the way my life is built to be. I also have quite a bit of pan in this NYX glitter glue. Clearly you can't really see it, but like as you can see, I have empty space pretty substantially. This, for a majority of this year, was my only eyeshadow primer that I was using, and so I got a good amount of wear out of it. Now I'm back to only using this on my lid, and I'm happy about that because the blending of my matte shades weren't the best with this. I was able to make it work for majority of the time, but I'm back to going back. I'm happy to go back to using actual eyeshadow primers. Okay, let's continue on with kind of cream products, if you will, and I'm going to switch to two foundations that I have pan in. These are pretty significant. That's why I'm using these. I have pan in a couple others, but it's like questionable pan. It's not like significant pan. So the first one is my Becca Skin Love foundation, and I have this one in Espresso. Let's put on the autofocus. As you can see, oh wait, maybe, is that better? Can you see? There's significant amount of pan in here. The foundation pretty much starts down here, and even then it's pretty thin up in that middle area. I'm very, very happy with the amount of foundation that I've been able to use. I pretty much started this a month ago, really focusing in on this, and I have gotten pretty significant amount of wear. So I have hopeful ambition that I will get through this in about a month and a half, 2 months, and I'll be happy. I've been getting through some of my foundations, and I'm happy about that. I have quite a bit of foundation. I need to get rid of them, not get rid of them, but use them, and like then I can explore some other foundations if I want to. But this is not going to be something I repurchase. I do like the finish. I think it's nice, but it does not wear long enough for me to justify the price of it. And then I have my Fenty Pro Filter foundation in 470. This is the darkest foundation in my collection. I got this after a summer of being outside every day, all day, without wearing sunscreen. So I got really, really deep. So I can use this with any of my other foundations to deepen them up. And that's what I'm doing. I'm currently using this as a combination foundation. It is what's on my face today. And I've gotten significant amount of progress with this. I think I accidentally shook it, but I'm pretty sure I am down to here on the foundation. So as you can see, not much left. This is in my foundation project pan, as is my Becca Skin Love, if I am correct. So I am working on that foundation project pan. I should update it. I'll probably just wait till the end of the year. But I'm happy with the foundations that I'm getting through, and I'm happy just to be using up products. That's kind of what this whole video is about. Just happy that I'm using up products and just showing you guys the products that I'm using up. Okay, next I'm going to go ahead and do my cheek and other base products. So my other base product, if you will, is a powder, and this is the only powder, if I can remember correctly, that I have pan in, and this is my Fenty Beauty Blotting Powder in Invisa Matte. Let's see if we can get some focus. As you can see, I have quite a bit of pan in her, and yeah. So at one point, this was the only powder that I was using. I was using this to set my whole face, to set my under eye, everything. And I think this is a really good powder. The only reason I haven't finished it up is because I don't want to repurchase it. But I am tired of making that excuse for this powder specifically. And I am going to go ahead and get through this eventually soon. I really want to get through that the Coty Airspun powder, because that powder has been haunting me like a worst nightmare, and I'm tired of it. But yeah, I will be getting this onto my like rotation of powders that I'm getting through very, very soon. And then I probably won't repurchase it. It is a really good powder, but I have a good amount of powders and I just want to use them. So Yeah. Then I have 3 cheek products. I have 2 bronzers and 1 blush. I'm pretty sure I have at least 1 more bronzer somewhere, but these were all the products I could find, so we're just gonna go with it. The first bronzer is my #1 bronzer in my collection, and it is from ColourPop. It is my Bits and Pieces bronzer. I don't even need to autofocus for you guys to be able to see how much pan I have in this product. I love this to death. I do have a backup, and I was looking on the website and it's no longer on there, so that's interesting. I'm happy I got my backup when I did, so I'm not too concerned, but I don't understand why they got rid of this product. I think this is a fantastic bronzer, and it looks like they still have some of the other bronzers on the website, but it is what it is. The other bronzer that I have pan in is my Fenty Beauty Mocha Mommy bronzer. I have significantly less pan in her, as you can see it right there, because this is a significantly more expensive bronzer. I don't want to repurchase this bronzer. I'm not gonna hold you up at all. So I got the pan. I was happy. I felt like I justified my purchase, and I put it away because I don't want to hit pan. I'm currently working on a different bronzer, but yeah, it's just I can't get too much pan because I don't want to repurchase this. I think this is somewhere in like the $32 range, and just, child, that's expensive. So no. Then I have my, blush. This is the only blush I have pan in, and this is the Tulip to Quit blush from ColourPop as well. This is kind of was my go-to neutral blush when I really just wanted like a nude on my cheeks. This is really nice blush. As you can see, I have significant amount of pan for a blush. Very happy with this product, but once again, I haven't reached for it just because, like, I really don't like to repurchase color cosmetics. Base products, primers, fine, but color cosmetics, no. Anyways, I only have 3 eyeshadow palettes still in my collection that I still have pan in, and for me, I kind of declutter very frequently when it comes to my eyeshadow palettes, and I also rotate a significant amount that I don't actually hit pan a lot. I have pan in single eyeshadows, but honestly, I can't tell between the ones that I have pan in, the ones that I just dropped so many times that it looks like I have pan now. So it is what it is, but these are 3 eyeshadow palettes that I actually do have pan in. The first one is my Menagerie Cosmetics Violet Ink palette, and I have 1 pan that's visible. Let's do some autofocus. As you can see, there's that 1 pan. These 2 shades are also significantly deeper, and they are probably close to pan, but they have not gotten there yet. I really enjoy this palette. This is kind of my go-to Blurple cool tone purple palette if I want one, and I wish I can get some more of their palettes. I think I have like 4 or 5 of them, and they've released like 7 or 8, so I would love to just go ahead and round up my Menagerie Cosmetics collection, and maybe eventually I will one day. Then I have my Modern Renaissance palette. This was a pan that palette 1 year, and I think I did pretty good, for me at least. As you can see, I have pan in 3 eyeshadows, and a couple of these shimmers are actually really low dipping. I do reach for this palette every so often, and I think it actually works, and I also wouldn't be surprised if I get pan in like these 2 shades. These 2 shades are the next kind of deeper shades, and this is just a good palette, a good basic palette. The formula is still doing okay. It's getting there. It's getting to its length. I'm pretty sure this is my oldest palette right now, and yeah, I'm happy. And then the last product that I have pan in is another palette, of course, and this is from Bombshell Cosmetics, and this is my Candylicious palette. I have pan in 1 shade. It is this beautiful army green shade. It was my favorite when I did the 3 looks, and every time I reach for this palette, I don't reach for this very often, but I just enjoy the color scheme. I enjoy the formula that I don't want to get rid of it, honestly. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I actually probably should do a kind of let's remember what this palette looks like. Let's shop my stash with this. It wouldn't be unheard of for me to do that. But some products that I've hit pan in and that I'm really enjoying. I would love to know some products that you guys are hitting pan in, enjoying, whether you're on Instagram, YouTube, whatever, you're just doing it because you want to get your money's worth. I love hearing about those products because those are the products that are actually good because the person enjoys them, or the person really just wants to get them out of their collection because they know they don't like it. One of the two. So I would love to hear from you guys. Definitely go ahead and comment down below. I would love it if you guys give me a like or subscribe if you are into me. I don't tend to do a lot of project panning anymore, at least not this year. This year I've been really just focusing on using some products, just displaying some products, and I really focus in on indie brands in case you're wondering. But with that, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, y'all, it has been